Basketball is a sport that provokes powerful emotion, and throughout its history, there have been players who have become the center of such hatred. Today in this video, we'll investigate the most rivaled players in the history of the NBA and also dive into the factors that contributed to their unpopularity and analyze the influence they had on the sport. The National Basketball Association, NBA, has seen its fair share of divisive individuals who, despite their abilities on the court, have managed to enrage fans from all across the league. These players have been magnets for criticism and hostility for a variety of reasons, ranging from their playing styles to the scandals that have occurred away from the court. Let's delve into the backstories of some of the most reviled NBA players in the league's long and storied history. A love-hate relationship centered on Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman was one of the most divisive individuals in National Basketball Association history. Rodman had a talent for getting under the skin of his opponents. In addition to the defensive brilliance and rebounding skills for which he was known, Rodman became a larger-than-life character due to the vivid haircuts, tattoos, and flamboyant demeanor he had during his career. In spite of the fact that supporters of his side appreciated his contributions, opponents and certain purists frequently took exception to his theatrics. The Mamba mentality and the controversies surrounding Kobe Bryant. There is no question that Kobe Bryant was without a doubt one of the best basketball players in the history of the game. May he rest in peace. His fiercely competitive spirit and Mamba mentality served as an example to a great number of people, yet his unrelenting focus on achievement irritated other individuals. Bryant's off-the-court troubles, including a sexual assault allegation that was essentially dismissed, marred his reputation and increased the vitriol that was directed towards him. The rise and fall of LeBron James, the chosen one, the villain, and his redemption. The public's estimation of LeBron James, who has been called the best player of his time on multiple occasions, has seen a stunning shift in recent years. His decision to leave his hometown team, the Cleveland Cavaliers, for the Miami Heat in a highly publicized event named The Decision, converted him into a villain in the eyes of many people. Initially, he was hailed as the chosen one, but this changed once he made the decision. However, he was able to help restore his reputation by moving back to Cleveland and winning successive championships with both the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Los Angeles Lakers. The choice that Kevin Durant made and its consequences. The decision that Kevin Durant made to sign with the Golden State Warriors, a team that had recently eliminated him and his Oklahoma City Thunder from the playoffs, stunned the rest of the NBA community. This move was received with a flood of criticism, as many people believed that Durant had taken the easy road to a title by trading away his star player. The criticism against him became more intense after he won consecutive championships with the Warriors, which caused fans and commentators to question his level of competitiveness. Draymond Green is known as the controversialist on the court. Draymond Green, a vital component of the Golden State Warriors, is known for his disruptive play on the court. His notoriety has earned him the nickname the Agitator. Because to this never-ending trash talking, his rough play and the occasional use of underhanded strategies has become one of the players that opponents despise the most. Green's aggressive style of play is one of the reasons the Warriors have been so successful, despite the hatred that he has received. For New York Knicks fans, Reggie Miller is the epitome of the evildoer. During the 1990s, Reggie Miller, a guard with the Indiana Pacers, known for his sharp shooting, was considered by the New York Knicks fans to be the ultimate adversary. Miller, who was well known for his clutch shooting and his ability to get into the heads of his opponents, became the epitome of the Knicks' failures in the postseason. His on-court confrontations with the Knicks and his uncanny ability to score game-winning shots only served to stoke the fires of animosity directed in his direction. Ron Artest, also known as Meta World Peace, is known as the Malice at the Palace. Ron Artest, who is known as Meta World Peace, was part in the Malice at the Palace, which considered to be one of the most heinous incidents in the history of the NBA. A fight broke out between the Indiana Pacers and the Detroit Pistons in 2004, resulting in sanctions for both teams' players and leaving Artest's career with an indelible stain. The event cemented his reputation as a volatile and unpredictable player, and as a result, fans begin to view him as a target of their wrath. Allen Iverson's controversial behavior and its effects on the game. On the court and off, Allen Iverson was a player who consistently confounded observers' preconceived notions about him. His unconventional appearance, which included cornrows, tattoos, and a general disrespect for conventional standards, struck a chord with a lot of his followers. However, other people's perceptions of his lack of focus and the conflicts he had with those in charge prompted them to criticize him. Iverson's influence on the sport, as well as his value to culture, cannot be overlooked despite the controversy: the loud and opinionated father, LeVar Ball. Because of his outspokenness and tendency to promote himself, LeVar Ball, the father of NBA stars Lonzo, LiAngelo, and LaMelo Ball, has garnered a great deal of recognition. Because of his outlandish assertions and his abrasive manner, he became a magnet for controversy, and many of his followers got wary of his persistent appearances in the media. LeVar's actions were the ones that generated the greatest ire, despite the fact that his boys were also subjected to their fair share of criticism. Grayson Allen, also known as the repeat offender. Grayson Allen, who is currently playing in the NBA and formerly played for the Duke Blue Devils, earned a reputation for tripping opponents while he was playing college basketball. Because of this habit of repeatedly tripping other players, he earned considerable censure and the reputation of being a dirty player. His antics throughout his time in college have left a lasting impression on both fans and opponents, despite the fact that Allen has toned down his behavior in the NBA. James Harden, the reigning champ when it comes to drawing fouls. The way that James Harden plays the game is frequently critiqued for the excessive dependence that he places on drawing fouls. Because of his excessive flopping and rule bending in order to gain free throws, he has earned the ire of both his opponents and the people that watch the game. Harden has become a controversial figure in the NBA community because to the way he plays the game, despite the fact that he is an exceptional scorer. Chris Paul, the driving force behind the competition. Chris Paul is a highly talented point guard who is recognized for his intense play on the court as well as his competitive spirit. Paul has established a reputation as a player who has the ability to get under people's skin as a result of his fiery personality and occasional altercations with opponents, despite the fact that his basketball talents are highly regarded. Because of his dogged determination and propensity to test the limits of good sportsmanship, he has become a primary focus of criticism. Playing style that divides opinions. Russell Westbrook. The explosive and agile point guard Russell Westbrook has a playing style that causes a lot of debate among basketball fans. The aggressive style that Westbrook takes, for which he is known for his triple-double achievements and unrelenting energy, may occasionally result in dubious decision-making and unpredictable shooting. Westbrook is known for his relentless intensity. Some supporters admire his level of intensity and his statistical accomplishments, while others criticize his lack of efficiency and his play that is not focused on the team. The most reviled players in the world of professional basketball typically come to light as a result of a confluence of factors, including their on-court antics, off-court controversies, and public demeanor. Of all the players who are being covered in this article have, to varied degrees, been subjected to hostility from opposing supporters and players. However, it is essential to keep in mind that animosity and admiration are frequently mixed in the world of sports. This is because the influence that these players have on the competition cannot be overlooked. And there you have it, a deep dive into the realm of the most despised NBA players of all time. From on-court rivals such as Dennis Rodman and Draymond Green to dominant powers such as Kobe Bryant and LeBron James, these players left an indelible impression on the game and etched their names into the history books.